I know that we're all very curious about this not so secret, but sort of secret, gathering of the minds that happened very recently regarding some of the leaders, involving some of the leaders in this Alberta separatist movement. Can you shed some light?
So I can't divulge everything about that meeting because we agreed to follow the Chatterhouse rules. You've heard of those?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So, but let's just say that this was an influential person, a person with means, money, okay, who just reached out to a whole bunch of people. So I get this call from someone who says, "Hey Marty, we're getting together a bunch of people. Do you want to show up at the I don't even remember the name. It's kind of like the Petroleum Club in Calgary, but the Ranchmen's Club in Calgary, an old historic club, right? Do you want to just come out here and have a chat?" I'm like, "Sure, I'm cool with that. We'll buy you a turkey sandwich and give you a Diet Coke." Literally, that's what it was. I show up there and I'm like, "Whoa." And I can name some of the people, right? Like, "Whoa, Preston Manning? Whoa, I didn't expect Preston Manning to be here." And then,
Mm.
okay, Cam Davis from that group, Jeff Rath from whatever APP, and then I have no idea who you are, but they brought 20 of us, and all that person did was facilitate discussion among ourselves, and we were not solutioning, we weren't doing anything, we were just each had a turn to talk, and it was about 90 minutes. And I had the opportunity to voice some of my concerns, and so did everybody else. But then we all walked away kind of thinking, okay, there's many of us on the same page. We're all moving there. And we kind of have this sort of gentleman's agreement through this benefactor that we need to get together at some point more often and try to find some cohesion and make sure we're all paddling in the same direction. So it was really cool. There was tempers, there was knives, there was some ugly moments, but it was also it gave me hope. Like literally, I tweeted after that. I said, for the first time in a, because prior to this meeting, like just going to the APP events and the other ones, my gut feeling is like, we're gonna screw this up. We're gonna screw this up. That's my gut feeling, right? And so yeah, so it's happening, and I'm feeling optimistic about it. But it's complicated, and there's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, some of the complexity is that's amplified if you don't have crosstalk. So I'm glad to hear that there's at least some dialogue going on. And not everybody has to be on the same page. You don't need to subscribe to the exact same plan, but if you agree on some of the common things that can hurt or detrimental,
Yep.
like, okay, can we all avoid doing A, B, and C because that's going to set us backwards?
Yep.
Some things for optics, like if we do this, what's the perception? And we need to get more of these moderates on the side. Like, what are some of those ideas as well? Like, there's a lot of ways to strategize without having to all be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, and my current observation right now is that it's going to have to be a combination of all of the above, because one can fail, right? Like, what if the referendum fails? Then the guys who are the separatists will go, "Ah, told you so." Now we're option B, right? But but are they mutually exclusive? What if the referendum succeeds, but another group managed to elect two or three separatists? Like, what if the Republican Party gets three members in the in the legislature? I think that's a perk, right? And everybody's
Mm.
worried that, oh well, they're going to split the vote. Well, the Conservatives do that to themselves. I live in Cochrane Airdrie. The Conservatives just kicked out my MLA Peter Guthrie because he spoke out about the budget, so they kicked him out. So I'm like, one group is telling me you're going to split the vote, but then I'm like, split the vote. The party just did it to itself. So
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, the Republican Party should run a candidate in Cochrane as soon as possible because it's already a vacant seat, and so they're going to run
Yeah.
one in Disbury, Old Three Hills. There's no risk. I mean, there's a by-election is a perfect time to elect a a fringe party or an independent, because it doesn't change the dynamic, the balance of power right now. So back to my thought. I think all of them need to move at the same time. I mean, you and I, the three of us were at the AGM. I'm at the AGM because I'm still trying to affect the party from within, right? I still think that's one of the most effective things. I mean, I'm not really in favor of another Wild Rose, another right leaning party. I'd rather work with the existing one. But if it doesn't work, because I mean, some of the things Danielle has said lately, not even what Danielle said. I mean, Danielle said some things that make me worried, like that she's not a separatist at heart, that she's more of a federalist. But I also think she has these huge blind spot. I keep coming back to that. I think she's being played in a sense. So I just worry about her. So and then when it comes to the APP, I have a lot of worries about them. I mean, I admire what they're doing. Their educational campaign, they're gathering a lot of signatures and stuff like that. But then they're not politicians, man. They're lawyers and doctors and whatever else, and they're well intentioned. But I think they have huge. Like when I ask them, like what happens after, it's a bit of a blank stare. Like, who negotiates for us? Are you guys going to form a party? So, I think all three, and maybe there's a fourth option or a fifth. I don't even know what those might be. But I think I think in the end, we're going to need all of them if we want to be successful.